Alright, we're back. Blew everything off, got my tools over here, I can get to them a little bit. Go back here and start with the seat. So seats are held on with a little 1/4" bolt under here. So that'll be that 7/16 wrench I said I hardly ever use for anything. I don't take a lot of seats off. Work on motors, not seats. This looks like some kind of a Corbin seat, which means it's expensive. Your wife will be happy with this big ugly seat on here, or a custom seat, excuse me. Not me. Problem right now is I think there's a nut underneath. It's just spinning, so it's hard to get to. So you got to stick your arm up here underneath. Yep. And I got fat arms because I got muscles and they don't like fitting up in there anymore. All right. One custom seat. And hardware. Gotta have the hardware, right? There you go. I got a burlap bag under there for some reason. Yeah, good. All right, that's what we needed. Custom seat. Well, I can get to the bike already. I'm already impressed. Okay, let's start knocking some ugly off. Now some of the ugly I gotta keep because I gotta start it, so can't take all the ugly off, but I can take a lot off. Socket making a run for it there. Where did it go? I bet you it went down. Probably went underneath that forklift there, which you can't move. Yeah, probably did. It was my 9/16 too, is which we need. All right. We already have problems finding stuff, so I think it's down there somewhere. What do you think? Yeah, it's somewhere. Always look in the hardest place first for parts. Yeah, looks pretty good. Wonder where it went to. There it is. Scavenger hunt. Found it. What'd I win? Found my socket. And it didn't take long to lose stuff. Okay, this fender's in my way. Damn, excuse me. Fender struts are in my way too, but we'll get rid of the fender. Fender's in my way. I don't like my fender. Anybody need a fender? This light's in my way too. Can you fix that problem? Extensions. Probably longer than this one. Nope, that'll work. Tires in the way. Can't pull the fender off, the tire's in the way. I wouldn't say I can pull it, it's just not going to be easy. I have methods. There's a nut up in there too. Gas fumes are thick. Okay, we're against the tire. I figured that was going to happen. Okay, so we got tail light. So you got to figure out the wires are going to tail light. They come out here. They go through here. Looks like we clipped them off and never hooked them up, so that means they should come right off. Good, that makes it easier. Okay, while we're over here doing ugly, let's lose this chain guard. Ooh, that is a small little sucker. It's a 7/16. That is not the size hardware it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a 1/2 inch head, which is a 1/4. 5/16 bolt, not a 1/4 inch bolt. That means somebody didn't have the right bolt, or they stripped it out. Probably stripped it out. There, gone. On the pile. We're making a pile. Changed title already. Okay. Bolt. Bolt's out. It's called flex. Okay, we're going to go on the other side now. Pull out some more parts over there. Lose that fender. Take long. Multiple locations. And make oil pans for. Whew. A lot of gas fumes over here. Open the window up and probably clear the air better. Well, we want to do that though. Ooh, that's a tight one. One more. Trying to get away. Failed. Same bolt problem. There we go. Same fix, takes out both. Now, if you cared about the paint, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to do it that way. About the paint. I usually don't care paint on most every bike I work on, so I don't care about the paint. There we go. It's coming off. Okay, we're good until we get to the turn signals. Now we need to cut some wires off. All right. Worst pair of dikes in the building, by far. I don't know if they'll cut. Oh, they cut it. Wonderful. Look at that custom wiring job. Oops. cut. Alright. Anybody need an FXE rear fender or just an FX fender? Got a deal on it. Yeah, bike's looking better already. Didn't take long. Okay, you got Allen's back here usually. In this case it's got hex bolts. Gonna be different. Stock is easier than Allen. Like might not be stock. Actually, I might be wrong on that. The Allen's actually inside up here. Further up. Sportsters have Allens all over the place. Long-winded. See, way up in there is Allen. This bolts to this. Alright, need a turn signal? Got one. Original. Yankee in the back. Factory. Super rare. Does anybody believe any of that crap? Oh, these are late model anyway. Yeah. These aren't 73 lights. These are late model. Looks like they're early lights though. Late lenses, early lenses are smaller than the housing. So you look in here real close, there should be some date codes on there. DOT approved. Usually like 84, 85, something like that. They went to the stock. More useless information for anybody who cares about Harleys, because we don't like turn signals. Okay, I can get to my battery now a lot easier. You can actually see in here. It's a good sign. Alright, there you go. So I can actually see the back of the bike real good now. So now I get access to the battery. I'm going to go ahead and pull that cover off too because I don't want to be shorting against it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off this post. I'm going to take that cable and move it up to here where it belongs. So to start, only a moron will hook a starter cable to a circuit breaker. There's a lot of those out there. Circuit breaker is probably only a 30 ampere. It's probably even got a, I bet you they put a 15 amp in there. As easy as that thing pops, probably a 15. So that is not what's supposed to be in there. And that's probably why it doesn't work. We'll go on the other side. And we'll make this thing start correctly. Don't have to do all the weird stuff to it. Now one thing I don't like is metric. It's 10mm wrench, so I gotta go find one. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back. 10mm wrench. There you go. Who put the camera in the way? It's hard to work with a stupid tripod in my way. Okay, so, hey, that's not metric. Let's be American. Probably one of these 3 wrenches I got out. Ah, it's the small one. Look at that. Oh, geez. That's the 7/16. Amazing. There we go. Put that back on there. Alright, hey, look at that. We're losing parts again. Bike's getting lighter already. There we go. It looks better already too. More chrome. Going bye-bye. It looks like it needs to go bye-bye too. What do you think is inside of this ugly thing? Those are some ugly ass Allen wrenches. Allen bolts. Let's see. Ooh, got it right on the first time. Of course, they're rounded out too. Ooh, and full of rust. Yeah, that one wasn't too worn out. In the back. Full of rust though. Now if you throw your air cleaner on the ground, use it as a parts tray, it puts a nice bunch of scratches all through there and makes it look like crap. So don't use it as a parts tray. Even though it looks good, it is good for a parts tray, but not good for it. Best not to use it for a parts tray. Oh, it appears the air cleaner is for coarse material only. So that's for keeping out the big rocks, not the small ones. Okay, so now we got some access. Now, if you take off the ground cable back here, the sparks are a lot less. See the ground cable? We have access now. Nice access. Once that seat's gone, and the fender really makes it easy. Let's see, where did my quarter drive run off to? There it is. So that's a 7/16, it's a 1/4 inch bolt. There. We are unarmed. Now we get this out of the way, we can actually pull the battery out and get to it a lot easier. Now we're using that metric wrench. If you want to get that far, you can use a Phillips speed wrench. Okay. Back in the hole. Don't lose the bolt. Yeah, that one. It went down there. Yeah, I see it right down there. It's in the bottom of the hole. Now, the correct way to wire this, if you're going to have to use a standoff like this, which I don't really like using, I like going right to the post, then you always put the cable on the hot side of the circuit breaker, not the output side. That way you're not using a circuit breaker. It's just being a terminal post. If you actually put that big thing on the circuit breaker, that circuit breaker needs to be really big. And I'll guarantee you this is not a real big circuit breaker. Okay, so I'm going to pop this off, find out what we got here. So, not that small. 3/8. Yep, 3/8. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all this crap off of this side over here. There we go. Barely get in there, but there we go. Disconnect this thing also. Okay, what's this go to? This goes up to the ignition switch, so we probably need to keep that on the bike. Just for the hell of it. Oop. Okay, we lost something else. Oh, the nut fell off of here. It went someplace. We'll have to find out. We might need it. Okay, that can go right on there. It'd be best to go to the post though, but if you want to do it this way, it will work. It's just not the best. Okay, where'd my other nut go? There it is. Okay, now we gotta put this wire back up on the correct side of the circuit breaker where it actually works. So the circuit breaker will now work. Now it's only running the juice for the bike, not the starter system. It's not made to run the starter system. Okay, I don't know what all this extra wiring is under here. What's this thing do? This is going over here, going into here. I don't know what that does. Sure is custom though. Thinking they got some custom wiring happening here. Okay, there. We don't know what that does. We'll have to take a look at that in a minute. Maybe it goes down to the starter solenoid, in which case we might need that. Okay, now we take this, which doesn't fit very well because it's twisted the wrong way. So I can either fight it, or I can take it off, put it on backwards like that. Now it's a lot easier to put on. Oh, look at that. I'm not fighting it anymore. Okay, so we have a wire over here. Probably need to keep. Got all this here. Oh, we lost that bolt. It went down that hole over there. Yeah, good place for it. Let's see, screwdrivers are floating around here somewhere. So, oh, you can't get down the starter. Yeah, just move it over here. Ah, there's no room to get by the starter motor. Wonderful. What a good plan, huh? I can move it away from me, but not to me. Okay, let's get over this direction then. See, now it's on top of the tranny. And another hole you can't get to. So that's pretty well non-existent to get to. Alright, that slowed it down a little bit. So let's go in a junk tray, find ourselves another battery bolt laying around. We're usually good for a couple of them in here someplace. Except when I need one. Let's see here. That ain't one. Alright. There's one laying around here somewhere I came across yesterday or the day before. I don't know what I did with it. Threw it someplace. Yeah, there's one right there. Looks like that. Again, that's the same color the one that's in the bike. Good. It'll be a matching one. See, right now it's buried behind the bracket, way down in there. We're not going to be getting that out there until I take the starter off. Our starter's ugly? I don't know. The ugly parts are coming off, remember. Let me know. You think starters are ugly? Okay. Put this back in. Get it out of the way a little bit. There you go. Cable up there a little bit too. Make sure you tighten your post up so you don't melt them off. Most posts melt off because of loose hardware. Okay, I'm going to tighten these two up over here. That's why you use extensions so you get in there better. A lot easier to tighten stuff with extensions. Get your hands out of the way of other things. Okay, that's all good. We still don't know where that goes yet. And we got our bolt over here for this. Okay. Alright. Starter might work now. All you do is figure out where the trigger wire is at. Okay, what's this wire here going to? It's yellow on this side. Blue shrink tube in there, and it goes into a harness. Okay, so that means we don't care what it does. Okay, we do need to care about what the starter is though. So let's go over the other side of the bike and look at the starter. Somehow we need to start the bike up, so I have another way of doing it. I'm just going to check to see what color wire we're looking for. And it's red right here. Light keeps going off. It goes into that harness right there. Yeah. Too much work figuring it out. Okay, that's our wire we gotta put power to. So we had a starter button. This is a starter button in case you didn't know. Goes right there. If you touch that right there, it starts. That's how that works. Okay, so now we got power. Should be able to start this thing. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Alright, what else are we going to do here before we do this? Okay, let me get this stuff off the rack. It's going to vibrate off anyway. So I'll be right back.